Yeah, I think it's the message that's being delivered by the leaders in manufacturing within that community. So like where I come from, it's a small town called Beloit. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, our manufacturing sector took a really big hit. And a lot of kids that were in my grade who were going to the same facilities that their parents worked at for 20, 30, 40 plus years no longer had that plan. So a lot of people moved out to go find work, or they did other things that really didn't help their situation. And it really just put a bad taste in everybody's mouth about the stability of manufacturing. So, you know, the big misconception still, I think, to this day for some families is that it's this dirty, dark, dangerous place. The work is mundane and very repetitive. There's really no like purpose behind it. And that's just not the case anymore. I went to McHenry County in Illinois for a job. It was like a job fair kind of thing.
Oh, cool.
And I was talking to one of the organizers, and she said, yeah, we have an underwater robotics team. And she's like, we had a table set up for it. And this young girl came and she was asking questions. And she's like, her mom just had this weird look on her face. And I'm like, well, do you have any questions? And she's like, this is for real? Like, this is a for real thing? And she's like, yeah, why? And she goes, I thought my daughter was just making this up. Like, I thought she read it in a book and was like, so I didn't take her seriously. So then the mom was asking questions and took a brochure. And yeah, there's this disconnect of what we're seeing on TV, what we're seeing in our own communities, and what is actually happening in the industry. So I just think, you know, leaders need to be more vocal about their why and the purpose behind their solutions. And they need to like highlight the importance, like if we weren't making these components, then this, and this wouldn't happen. So it's just connecting that story with the people and making it very emotional so that there's that intimate connection. And, you know, back in the 40s, a lot of women were entering manufacturing because, you know, the war was happening and all of the men were going off to war. And I think around that time we had like a 40% representation of women in the sector. And all of the like propaganda that was surrounding the war, it really instilled this sense of patriotic pride in our citizens. So you have to do that in your communities as well too. You have to like make people excited about why this matters in that community. And again, I think it's just the way we're telling stories and how we're sharing that information.